That doctor's name was Caroline Phegan. At 10 to 8 this morning, she received the vaccine. I'm actually here at Murray Bridge in regional South Australia. Now, that doctor, indeed, is the most senior doctor in this region here, and she is also, indeed, has a autoimmune disease, which means that if she were to contract the COVID-19, it will be much more dangerous for her. So she said it was a very concerning year for her, not just for her own patient safety, but for her personal safety as she was working as a doctor. And obviously today has been an exciting and relieving day for her. Let's take a listen.
I'm very excited. It didn't hurt at all, so it was painless, and it's what it means to me is I now have started my journey for protection from coronavirus, and that I have been part of the pandemic solution and been able to also provide protection to my co-workers and the community and my family.
The doctor told me she's straight back to work today, supervising the 40 or so colleagues of hers who will be getting the vaccine here today at Murray Bridge after 1,000 doses of the vaccine arrived yesterday. Why Murray Bridge, of all places in Australia? It's because that they were ready to go when the South Australian government heard that they were getting these AstraZeneca vaccines arriving over the weekend. Murray Bridge put their hand up. They've been preparing for months. They said, we are ready. Now, the South Australian Premier said that there were some major benefits to regional Australia of having these AstraZeneca vaccines in stock now. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
There are many advantages of the AstraZeneca vaccine because it doesn't have the same cold chain logistics complexity of the Pfizer. The Pfizer vaccine, I think everybody now appreciates, needs to be stored at -70. We don't have those restrictions with the AstraZeneca, and that's great for regional Australia. It's particularly great for regional South Australia because we're a very large state and we need to get those vaccines out to very remote places, and the AstraZeneca presents us with a great opportunity to do that far more quickly.
The South Australian government has administered 2,600 doses of the vaccine so far. We're now 2 weeks into the vaccine rollout, and that is well shy of the 12,000 vaccines in 3-week figure that the South Australian government originally touted. Now, the media pressed the Premier and health authorities here today to give a more realistic figure about how this rollout might turn out in the coming weeks, but health authorities were very tight-lipped on that. Indeed, we don't know how long this rollout is going to take, but what we do know is that AstraZeneca will be headed next to WA, that state will then be the next one to get the vaccine